Good morning, class 7th. Today we are going to complete question answers of chapter 4, that is heat. So you have to do question answers and fill in the blanks of chapter 4 in your science copies, and the rest exercise you have to complete in your book, not in your copy. So first you have to mention today's date, classwork, number of the chapter, that is chapter 4, and name of the chapter, that is heat. Answer in detail. Question 1. How is temperature measured with a thermometer? Its answer: a thermometer measures temperature through a glass tube sealed with mercury that expands or contracts as a temperature rises or falls. As temperature rises, the mercury filled bulb expands into the capillary tube. Its rate of expansion is calibrated. This is calibrated, CALIBRATED, calibrated on the glass scale. Now question 2. Distinguish between clinical and laboratory thermometers. So its answer: clinical thermometers are used to measure human body temperature. It has knick which prevents immediate black flow. Okay, this should be backflow. There is no L in between B and A. So backflow, BACKFLOW, of mercury, while while laboratory thermometers are used to measure temperature in the laboratory, laboratory, and they do not have a knick. Now question 3. List the precautions that should be taken while taking temperature. So its answer: list the precautions that should be taken while taking temperature. First, the thermometer should be washed before and after use. Second, as it is delicate, it should be handled with care to avoid breakage. Third, it should not be held at the bulb while reading, reading temperature, temperature. Now second page, question number 4. Question A part of question number 4. What do you mean by good and bad conductors of heat? Give examples. So its answer: materials which allow heat to flow through them easily are called good conductors of heat. All metals are good conductors of heat, such as copper, silver, etc. Whereas materials which do not allow heat to flow through them are called bad conductor of heat. For example, wood, paper, etc. Now question 4. B part of question 4. Give two applications each of good and bad conductors of heat. Give examples. So its answer: applications of good conductors of heat. First, mercury, which is a good conductor is using in making thermometers. Second, metals are used in making utensils for heating food stuffs means food articles. Now applications of bad conductors of heat. Here should be used. Correct the spelling. Good conductors is used. USED in making thermometers. Now applications of bad conductors of heat. First, utensil handles are made from non-conductors to prevent getting burns. Second, woolen clothes are bad conductors of heat, so they do not allow the body heat to pass through inside them. Now question number 5. With the help of an experiment, show convection current in liquids. So here in the answer of question 5, you have to write activity 4.8, which is to show that water transfers heat via convection. So you have to write this experiment here, and you have to draw diagram which is given with activity 4.8. Now the question 6, with the help of an experiment, show conduction of heat in solids. So here is same as above. Here you have to write activity 4.4, which is to prove that heat travels in metals via conduction, and you have to draw the diagram which is given in activity 4.4. Is that clear, students? So answer 5 and answer 6 you have to write from your book. Now question 7. What are sea bridge and land bridge? Explain. In coastal areas, the bridge generally blows from sea to the land during the day and is called sea bridge, while at night the bridge blows from land to sea is called land bridge. Sea bridge and land bridge are actually convection currents. Now answer briefly. Question 1. What is maximum minimum thermometer? So its answer, a thermometer which is used to measure measure the maximum and minimum temperature of the day is called maximum minimum thermometer. Now question 2. Why is mercury used as a thermometric fluid? So its answer, mercury is used in thermometers because it has a high coefficient 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 of expansion expansion, which makes it easy to move in thermometers. Now question 3. What are the different scales of temperature that are used? So its answer, 3 scales are commonly used for measuring temperature. The Celsius and Fahrenheit scales are the most common. The Kelvin scale is primarily used in scientific experiments. Now question 4. Why do you wear more layers of clothes during winter to keep you warmer than weaving just one thick piece of cloth? So answer 4th is the air gets trapped between 2 layers of warm clothes. Air acts as bad conductor of heat. This layer prevents our body heat to escape in the surroundings, so wearing more layers of clothing during winter keeps us warmer than wearing just one thick piece of clothing. Now question 5. Why do Eskimos live in igloos made of snow? So its answer, snow is a bad conductor of heat. It traps a lot of air. A well-built igloo will easily warm up to just below freezing, which can be considerably warmer than outside. So students, that's all for today. Now your chapter 4 is completed, and in the next class, means in tomorrow's class, you have to give a quiz, and the quiz will be based on chapter 4. So prepare your chapter 4 for the quiz. You have to give all the answers of the question of quiz in a page, and you have to send it in your group. So that's all for today, students. Thank you, class.